Liverpool 2, Chelsea 1. Welcome back to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Ziad'sZone. Make sure you like and subscribing, man. As you can see below me, Road to 2K still on. About 100 away. So less than 100 away actually. So make sure you like and subscribe, man. Show some love to the channel. Welcome back to a little match review. Nothing crazy, nothing too long, something nice and short. Make sure you like and subscribe, like I said. But yeah, man, Anfield, one of the toughest places to go in the league, in the world, as they say. You know, a lot of Liverpool fans speaking a lot before the game. You know, we also obviously we know Hassan, but even on my channel, in my last stream, a lot of Liverpool fans speaking up 4-1, 3-0, whatever the case may be. They said it was going to be a walk in the park. They said Chelsea are rubbish. They got no chance. We were going to be easy. Um, and I think they've been proven wrong. I think they've been proven wrong. Um, End of the day, they've been proven wrong. Um, you can't sit here and say all those things and then watch that game and expect Chelsea fans to not come here and be like, humble yourselves, Liverpool fans. Because I think that's one thing we need to learn from today is that Liverpool fans have been humbled, absolutely humbled. Yeah, absolutely humbled. You can't sit here and and say all those things about 4-0, 3-0, how useless we are, how we've got no chance, how Liverpool are going to be in a walk, how Liverpool are going to treat this as a walk in the park, and it's the complete opposite. Chelsea actually gave Liverpool a good game. Chelsea actually went to Anfield and gave Liverpool a good game, and I think it was fine margins, absolute fine margins throughout the whole game. I think the draw would have been fair. I think Chelsea deserved the draw. I don't think Liverpool deserved to win the game. End of the day, both goalkeepers didn't end up having to do much. I think it was a lot of possession game. Chelsea end up having most of the possession. But I just feel like Chelsea, we're our own worst enemies in this game today. I think Palmer. You look at moments in the game like Palmer. I think Noni was through there. He should have given it to him instead of shooting. I think you look at Jackson in a couple of moments should have done better. I think you look at even when I say moments, I think decision making from the defense was shocking. Everyone's praising the Mohamed Salah pass, but end of the day, I think you look at Reece James in that scenario. He's tried to play everyone offside when in reality he's way behind Tosin and Colwell, and he needs to realize, look, there's no matter how fast I get back, they're all going to be on site. So I need to follow my run and follow Curtis Jones. He didn't follow Curtis Jones and ended up Curtis Jones had a lot of time to get a touchdown and poke the ball in. I think that's blame on Rich James and that's also blame on Sanchez. Sanchez should be coming out way faster than that. Way faster than that, and he should be committing faster. He should have more confidence, more ability that he can actually use his hands. Sanchez, you can actually use your hands. You're a goalkeeper. You can actually use your hands when you're gonna come out. Maybe put a stick and arm out, because by the end of the day, I think moments like that killed us. Levi Colwell giving away a penalty, which was a penalty, 100% was a penalty. But I think there's moments like that killed us. Moments like that killed us. Moments from our attack, like I said, in Palmer. Moments defensively with Levi Colwell, Tosin, Reece James. Moments from goalkeeper Sanchez, who should have done better for the second goal. But overall, I think the referee's got a part to play as well. Listen, I said in my stream that I didn't really want to talk about the referee, but sadly, it's 2024, ladies and gentlemen, and it's the Premier League. It's quite hard to leave a big game and not mention the referee. Sadly, it's just the way it is. I think you look at Sancho. I don't understand how that's not a penalty. I don't understand how that's not a penalty. The fact that VAR even looked at it and they still decided not to give the penalty, I think that's a shocking decision. Levi Cole one was a penalty. I agree that was a penalty. The first one wasn't, so that's a good decision from the referee. But that's what we've seen for I don't know how long. Inconsistency. We've seen he makes a good decision in not giving the first penalty from Colwell, and then he makes a good decision in giving the penalty on Curtis Jones. But he fails to give the penalty for um for Sancho. And people say, yeah, he didn't see it. Well, that's why VAR is there. And at the end of the day, VAR did get involved. It's been confirmed that VAR did have a look at it. And at the end of the day, they didn't. They didn't give the penalty, so that's another mistake. But that's what I'm going to say on the referee. But the point is, it's fine margins. It's moments in the game that we could have easily walked away with a draw. I mean, you can even I don't know. When I'm thinking about Palmer laying off Madueke and that Gabri, I keep forgetting this guy's name, Gabri or Renato Vega, or whatever Vega. Um, his headed chance towards the end could have easily been a goal. So I don't think we deserve to lose. I think anyone that comes out of that game says Chelsea deserve to lose is being unfair, is being disingenuous. I think Chelsea made a lot of mistakes. I think even Maresca made a couple of mistakes. I would have argued that if you knew you were going to make the decision of taking off Reece James and taking off Lavia, I don't see why you would have started both of them. I think it would have made more. Lavia, I think, made sense to start. Who was brilliant, by the way. Lavia was absolutely brilliant. Caicedo, brilliant. I think that made sense to start Lavia, but I think Gusto was done very well on the right hand side. When he had to move over to the right hand side and Vega came on the left, I think he's done very well, and I think Vega even done well. I would have probably started that way. I would have started the same way. We started the game. Just I would have started Gusto. I would have started Vega, sorry, instead of Rich James, and I would have brought on Rich James in the 60th minute, sorry, and I gave him half an hour to have an impact. I think that would have been better than starting Lavia and Rich James off from the jump. But that's just little mistakes. I think again, bringing on Kunku too late and then play him as a left winger. We know he's not a left winger. And Jackson, fair play to him. A good goal, good run, good finish. But there's no way Nicholas Jackson should be playing 90 minutes. He didn't deserve to play 90 minutes. He really didn't deserve to play 90 minutes. So I think that was another mistake. I don't know. I think at the time people were saying yeah, good sub, but I also think maybe the Sancho one, now looking back at it, was maybe too early to make that decision at halftime, unless there was an injury or whatnot. That hasn't been confirmed, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't an injury because we've seen that Enzo Maresca is not scared to make substitutions at halftime. But I do think that was probably slightly a little bit too early. See how the second half would have went and then make your decision. But taking off Sancho straight away, like I said, unless it was an injury, I think it was too early. But listen, you learn from this. I'm happy these fine margins and these mistakes that we've made are happening in this game in Anfield away. Because now we've got Newcastle, now we've got United, and then Arsenal. I see us beating Newcastle and Man United, and if we, based on this game at home as well, I think we can nick a draw against I do think we were able to get a draw against Arsenal as well. So if you look at it, look, 6 points against United and Newcastle, then maybe a draw against Arsenal. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. But yeah, listen, learning curve. I think this is what everyone expected. At the end of the day, people do like to forget that this is Maresca's first few months as a manager. And at the end of the day, we proved a lot of people wrong. We proved a lot of rivals wrong. We proved a lot of Liverpool fans wrong because let's not just brush on the carpet what these Liverpool fans said. They said they will slap us up. They said they would beat us. They said we would be easy. They said all these things. And at the end of the day, they had, I think, the least shots on goal since 2021 at Anfield. And at the end of the day, Chelsea's mistakes is what led to them scoring, and that's just the reality. And the fact is that Vega was this close away from equalizing. The fact that Sancho should have been given that penalty. So they were. I think you could argue they were lucky to leave with the win. I think a draw would have been fair. I do think a draw would have been fair. But that's how the cookie crumbles. End of the day, I do think there's a couple positives. I don't. Look, Caicedo was brilliant. Lavia was brilliant. I've mentioned that. Um, but it's slightly disappointing because I do believe we could have easily walked away with a draw, and that would have been a good result. That would have been a good result. But like I said, yeah, fine margins make the game. But like I said, also, I'm happy we're doing it now because we've got a very tough run. We still got United, we still got Newcastle, we still got Arsenal. So if we can, I honestly believe we could at least win. I do believe we won't lose any of those three games. Right now, it may be too premature, but of course, we got to see how Newcastle game goes. We got to see how the Man United game goes before we talk about Liverpool, before we talk about Arsenal. But I can, with slight confidence, say I do believe we will at least get a draw against Arsenal and beat Newcastle and beat Man United. It depends. It depends on that. But yeah, listen. Make sure we're liking, subscribing. Show someone to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, look, we're on the road to 2K. I can't remember how much we're on, but we're not that far off. So make sure we're liking, make sure subscribing, show some love to the channel, and we'll see where we go from here. We'll see where we go from here, man. Just find margins, make the game. And yeah, man. Listen, up the Chelsea. Um, slightly disappointed, but what can you do? Up the Chelsea, lads. Make sure we're liking, subscribing, and peace, man.